Okay, third day in Vietnam, and we have here the world famous stinky fish dish. It's actually called bún nước lèo, and it's actually fermented fish, and it's very delicious, and it's sounds worse than it actually is. It's one of my favorite dishes, and it's actually only available in a specialty shop. It's really small shop that we went to that my auntie was able to show me. Alright, this is what the shop looks like. That's my auntie. This is it, that's the restaurant. Pretty loud, noisy in the background. And this one here is Vietnamese coffee on the rocks with condensed milk called cà phê sữa đá. So when I was a kid, I used to play with these grass all the time. This is like a shy leaf, and what you do is you touch it and you see it will curl up. It curls up. You touch it and it curls up. It's called the shy tree. See, it curls up.
The tree, sleeping tree.
I've not seen this for like 40 years.
At about 15 minutes later, open
or maybe 30 some years. It's awesome. I love these trees. I used to touch them all the time and they curl up. What we're looking here is Vietnamese bees.
Yes, ours much lighter color.
It's much smaller than the regular Western honeybees.
We're not allergic to bee stings. Find out. Okay, so much.
This guy's playing traditional Vietnamese instrument.
Słuchamy muzyki w wiosce.
One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 coated powder bags. And one bag like this. One bag. There are about 30 coconut fruits.
Wow.
So there's so many coconut fruits inside. Alright? And coconut fruit put into the bag. And they use the machine for pressing. They move lower. And coconut juice outside. And come here, you can see the coconut oil on the surface.
So what we're seeing here is a coconut mixing factory. They get the coconut milk, and add with water. They mix it. They cook it up. And they let it cool. They put it onto these strips here. They add grease and they make it into these long strips, which she then cuts. And the ladies down here wrap individually each bit by hand, and they package it at the other end. And this is their candy making coconut candy factory. Alright, we're enjoying a delicious dinner in a city called Can Tho, and we're having a soup which we cook the raw seafood here with. And here is a local specialty. It is grilled field rats. It's apparently quite delicious, so I'm gonna taste it and let you know how it goes. Alright, so we're trying the field rats. I'm gonna see how it tastes. I'm gonna grab one with my fingers. This is grilled field rats, okay? I'm gonna try it out. It's quite bony. It's very sweet. It tastes just like chicken. I hate to say it. It just tastes like chicken. Very nicely spiced. Nothing usual. If you can get over the concept of rats, it's delicious. It's actually really good.
Very rare.
So what we're looking here is what's called a milk fruit. It's only available in Southeast Asia. It's a fruit like this. We chopped it up, and I haven't had this in probably like 40 years or something. 30 years. It's so when I smelled it, I remembered it. So this is really cool. I'm gonna try it out. It's yeah, it's cool. So here's what the factory looks like. We have a dog here. You see a little puppy dog. We have a chicken there. The rest of the factory. And this is what you get when you eat rice noodles in the shops. Okay, so we have the rice mixture here, and they cook it in this thing, this skin, and they put the cover on it for like about 5 or 6 seconds, and the other lady lifts it and puts it onto their stack there. And they use rice chaff to as the fire source or fuel source. Here is where we have a rice noodle factory, and here is the end product. And how they do it is, you see this lady, she lays it down and she puts it in these stacks, which they leave in the sun like this to dry. This is how they cut the rice paper into a rice noodle. They use a diesel generator. And just beat it through. She collects the noodles and puts them in the bag. Today we're visiting this Champ village, and these are the local natives, and you see how beautiful these girls are. They're a separate culture. They're the native aborigines of this area before the Viet came, and they speak their own language. And see these beautiful girls. Đẹp quá. They're very nice. They're native. They speak their own language, and they also know Vietnamese. We are at a silk weaving factory in this very small village. So you're seeing a weaver in action. A rare glimpse. So how this works is notice the thread down here. It goes back and forth through a totally mechanical, manual means as she pulls the string in time with the weaving. Now what's really cool is that she's doing this, her child is sitting right next to her. Let me show you. There's the baby. See the baby there? He's so cute, he's just sitting there, nice and quiet. What a good baby. What's cool about this contraption, unlike the fancy European version, is this is totally homemade. Everything is just homegrown. You see these very, very simple stuff, but it's all made by hand. And she's timing her weave, and she's moving these screens up and down, and she adjusts all these stuff, all manual. I don't even know how they build this, but it's pretty cool. Very original. So, sorry about the lighting, but I'm taking a ride on this little bike here. The guy's giving us a tour. We're going to the restaurant right now, and that's, I don't know, about a couple blocks away. He's charging us for 50 cents for the ride. There's Mom and Auntie. They're in the ride. So, you know, unique local experience. Again, sorry. So back to my driver again. If you notice, he absolutely has no lights, no rear mirrors, nothing, and he goes in and out of traffic without even looking behind. Just need to just go on faith that things are gonna be okay. It's kind of interesting experience from a safety perspective. So we're at the dried fish market. Obviously this area is very full of fish, and as you can see we have dried fish and different types of fish here. This is fermented fish, you know, the stinky fish dish. These are all fresh ones, and it smells deliciously stinky. Yeah, fish, it's all fermented or marinated or what do you call it, jerky. It's really cool. And here are all the dried fish. Down the Mekong River, apparently fish is very plentiful. We're in front of the temple area here, and it's about what, 10 o'clock, and as you can see, it's very lively. Vietnam never sleeps. So it's about 10 o'clock or so. Now that things are kind of slowing down, closing down, and but if you can see, still people are like, it's literally dead, but people are still here selling stuff. Some people are literally falling asleep in their beds and you know, selling stuff as well. It's kind of interesting. So yesterday we went to a rice processing plant, and there's the rice bran that they discard, what people don't use for animals. Well, they sell it to these guys over here, and they use this machine to cook the rice bran, to congeal it. And we're here at a fish farm, and here's where they throw the fish feed like that.
Catfish for a fillet.
So this is the catfish farm. As you can see there, there's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of fish in there.
One day, there are about $100 on food for fish they spend. They spend one day $100 for one farm.
Wow, that's a lot of
lady
feed.
over there, she has 7 farms. So
Wow.
one day she spends $700.
Well, she must be making like
And,
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, one harvest about 5 to 6 months. You can calculate how much money. Some people living here, they are very rich people, US dollar billionaire.
Here are the baby fish. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, frenzy. Check that out.
Okay, fish later, catfish later. These are carp.
These
Now
are
fish
carp.
come in, catfish come in. Alright, long one.
First it's a little fish,
Alright, catfish come in.
and then the bigger fish come in.
Wow, that's intense.
This one about 150,000 fish.
There's about 150,000 fish in here.
First day 150,000 fish. After 3 months there are about 90,000 fish. The first day die one by one. Day after day fish die. So last day about 90,000 fish.
But they get bigger.
After that. After the machine for the food over there.
Wow.
Okay.